Hey, what up dudes and dudes, I'm Chris from Ross, and I'm gonna give you a little look or quick look of Gundam Barbatos or Barbatos from Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans. And let me tell you, that's one of the best Gundam series that I have watched in a while. I have watched Wing, Gundam Wing, and a couple others, Unicorn, Thunderbolt, and I think I saw a couple of episodes from Double O, but and one movie, an old movie from the F91. Those are really boring. Never got excited about those. And this series is just awesome. I do recommend it. It's really badass. They're more like down to earth. Well, not well, they're big mechas, but what I mean is that they use real weapons like a big sword, big maces, axes, and no beam sabers. Till now I have not seen one that used beam sabers, just blasters, but usually in close combat the fights are amazing in this series. I just love it. The main character is Suzuki. It's kinda disturbing kid. They're all a bunch of orphans. That guy doesn't have feelings for killing people, man. It's just really badass in a way, but I mean, kinda immoral thing to do, you know, kill people with just no remorse. So that's kind of weird in this kid, but that's what makes him very strong, you know, because he's stronger than some regular grown-ups, because he has this experiment that they did on these kids so they can use mechas, small mechas, but this guy has like I think more operation than him, and he can use a Gundam or a big robot like this. What it does is that they connect some tubes into his spinal cord, connect to the Gundam, so the Gundam move like a human being. Reflexes are faster also. Another mobile suit is just no match for this guy. Usually he's just destroying them. Really cool, really fast Gundam. It's just amazing. But enough of the show, let's talk about this guy. This guy has a lot of details on it. You can see has this decals here, or stickers you want to call it. They're not very good. I mean, they're gonna peel out, so I hope I can paint those red. That part there, and here in the back this part is also a sticker. Really, I don't know why that's gonna come off as well. And on the ankles has the stickers, so it's gonna suck. No red, it should be just another red part in this part here, but I mean, they didn't do a lot of separating parts or something like that, because this is not a has no grade on it, so just 1/100 scale. No master grade, no real grade, not even high grade. Well, the high grade we already have it. It's pretty good also, the high grade, but I like the size of this guy. It's gonna stand very good next to my other robots that I have. This scale is nice. I like this. It's about 8 or 9 inches. That's good. Overall, this guy, the details on it has a lot of stuff going on. It has tubes, pistons going on. Here inside it has a little piston there. I'm sorry, I have to dim the light because this guy is super white and it just glows and it doesn't show me anything. So there's another tube here, and this part is awesome because you move this part here, it looks like a piston is moving. It's just for show, but it does look pretty good. On the future I'm gonna paint this guy. It has a lot of stuff going on that needs to be painted so it can pop out more. All of these tubes here, piston here in the middle, and here in the back it has these little tubes here, and when you move the neck back and front, let me take this back here, this tube move also, so they create that effect that the tubes are moving. So that's pretty sick on this figure, and it has no grade, which is a 1/100. On the middle of the waist here, this pistons here also are pretty good. They move separately, and that's pretty good also. As you can see, that's amazing. Also here in the head, you can move it front, back. Articulation is pretty good. Rotated this fin very easily. You can move side to side. You can pop side. It has like more pistons going on, but my camera is not gonna show you that right now because of this dim light. I apologize. If you wanna get into Gundams and you want a simple kit, this guy is not very expensive. is about $23. It's awesome. Hands, I have one of each. It comes just 2 pairs of hands, one pair of open hands like this one, and 2 for holding the weapons. In the back also you can see more pistons there on the knees. Here more tubes. Here's a piston here on the actual ankle. It's not a piston, it just makes it look like a piston. You can see it's not a complete piston, but if you move it like this, it looks like a piston, so it does the job. And it is articulated. You can move it back and front. So if you want, you can just put a tube there and haste the length of it. Well, it's gonna look like a piston if you do that. This part here is separate pieces. That's good. I wish this one red part would just pop out, but unfortunately it just did that, so sucks. So yeah, waist, you can move it back and front, side to side. This shoulder, you can move it up. It pops out very easily, but this part here you can move like this, and this part here like this. It also has a piston there, and if you leave the shoulder part like this, it creates the illusion that it's also another piston, but it's not. Also, you can put another tube there, so you can connect it in some port here, or just do a custom, and it's gonna look like another piston for real. But the arm, you can just rotate it like this, 360 degrees, moves up, down, rotate on the bicep. Elbow articulation, pretty good also, like the articulation. Ball joint on the hand. Well, we already said that the actual waist is pretty awesome. I like that. The legs, you have this skirts. You can move this one sideways like this. On the back, there's no articulation on the skirt. On the front, you can move it just a little bit like this, and then you can move the leg until here. Front, that's good. Back until here, and you can do the splits with no problem. So here's a bend down going on there. Has articulation here on the thigh. You can rotate it like this. Legs have this like rocker thing going on. You can move it back and forward, so that's pretty good. Double articulation on the knee. This is a big hollow piece. Like I said, it's not a master grade or real grade from the new ones. That when you move a piece, it recurs the knee into the middle, but still it's awesome. On the feet, it's pretty good. It has a nice pivot, which you can do an A stand, very splitted A stand. Let me see if I can show you guys. It's a little bit hindered because it has a piston there, but if you pull out the piston, it's gonna just do a big split. Has A stand, as you can see. That's pretty good. Has the toe articulation. This armor piece can move, so the toe moves up and down. All the feet moves all the way up like this, all the way down almost, and like this. So that's about it. And also you can rotate it. It's hindered because it has a piston inside, but if you pull out the piston out, you have more mobility. The piston is maybe optional. If you want to have it, you can remove it or leave it like that, so however you want. I didn't notice until I finished building that I was missing that piston. It's cool. So yeah, that's the articulation. Detail wise is awesome. It comes with a couple accessories, like I said, the 2 pair of hands. It comes with some extensions for the backpack, which the backpack, you have to remove this. Oh well, I'm sorry. Also here has a thruster. You can put up and down. But this gimmick I hate it because you have to actually swap parts. I don't like that a lot. Not even on Transformers or this guy. So you have to put this ball peg there, and then put it in here, and then you have to put another accessory here for the sword, which is the pick hole for the sword, and you can put the sword here on the back like this. I just put it backwards, I think, so I'm sorry. Something like that. So like this, and then it goes into the backpack here in the back. You put it in the bag, and Yeah, I like this. Yeah, and it's not a very strong hold on the bolt peg, so yeah. So you kind of look that in a moment. I'm gonna show you how it looks, but I don't like it a lot. It's optional if you want to display it like that. I'm really not gonna display it like that. Also, you can store this big gun, which is the big rifle or bazooka. It's a big rifle, I think. This is like a sniper rifle or something like that. So it's even bigger than the actual Gundam, as you can see. Super huge thing going on there. Really weird. It's just a part transformer of this gun, or you can store it on the back here on the backpack like that. No problem with that. Also the sword, you can take this bolt pick here and put it in the back with all the parts here. And not a lot of parts fall down on this model. Okay, let me tell you, you can fiddle with it, and the shoulder parts are the ones that kind of fall down. This B fin and the muff blade. I need to put some crazy glue on that because it does fall down very easily. But the rest of the figure is just awesome. Comes with other things like this thing here, so it can create the illusion that it's holding this weapon properly there on the back, but who cares about that. It comes with another fin, B fin, and this is when he is on actual inner frame. You have to remove the B fin and this white part here on the back, on the top, so you can put it in. I did show you a video of the inner frame, so it's holding that. So yeah, as you can see, the B fin just went flying. I don't know if I'm gonna crazy glue that thing, but yeah. So yeah, that's a very good Gundam. For holding on, you have to separate the actual hand. The weapon has a little peg here. You have to peg it in his hand, which is gonna be a hassle right now. I have a little space here. So yeah, it's a little struggle there to fit him properly there like this, but as you can see, that's you can put backwards the hand, but yeah, he can hold it like this, and this part here in the back, and these both joints are not that strong, so it just doesn't keep it properly there. The sword has no problem because it's not that heavy, but you can fix this a little bit of glue here, and strongs the hold of the peg hole. Also here has this turbine or thruster. You can move it up and down, but yeah, that gimmick is a little bit of hassle. I don't know why they didn't include it like built in so it can just go in there, but I guess it was just a master grade gimmick, and they didn't just want to include in this because it's just a 1/100 scale, no grade on him. So yeah, the only thing is we have the high grade 144 and the 1/100. There's Lupus one. It's a little bit better, a little bit bigger than him. Has a little more stability on that guy, but I didn't like the side skirts on the Lupus. But this guy is just awesome, and he can hold his sword on both hands. And I'm gonna show you some pictures of that. But I just want to share this because it was a gift from my friend Danny. Also because I love this show, and it's one of the greatest Gundam series that I have ever seen. So I don't know, if you know something else, let me know. But I need to work on this guy, and I hope I can make it look badass with some pile lining or inner framing painting of those pistons and tubes that he has all over. So yeah, later on, this is gonna be all. Be yours or us. Oh baby, laters.